Yo, what's going on, snipers, and welcome back to our Carolina Hurricanes franchise mode. So in last episode, we had a very good defensive battle with the Philadelphia Flyers, but we managed to oust them in a 6-game series, and now we're off to the conference finals against the Tampa Bay Lightning, who had a really good regular season. Like, they could have technically won the President's Trophy if we didn't have such a good year, so this should be a pretty good matchup. They do have a couple guys that have still been there since like the beginning, like Kucherov, Vasilevsky, Braden Point, Sergachev, I think, and Cal Foot. So it should be a good matchup. So let's get right into this and not waste any time and get into game number 1 on home ice. Let's see if we can take a lead in the conference finals. So here we go, game number 1. Let's see if we can continue what has been a pretty bad struggle for offense, but a really good defensive series, playoff season. First period, and it is 2-1 for Tampa Bay. Domi and Point get goals, but Playfair has pulled us within one. So at least we're finding offense so far. But we need to play good defensively like we've done throughout the first 2 rounds. So second period, and oh yes, that's what I want to see. Playfair with 2 unanswered goals ties the game up, and then Corrado gives us the 3-2 series lead, or 3-2 game lead. So I think that third line came through with all 3 of those goals. So now it seems like the first line's like sitting back while the depth is coming through. So let's see if we could lock this down here in the third. Penalty kill. It's a long one, but we killed off. Shots are still in Tampa Bay's favor. Come on, guys. Let's hold them off. Let's get an insurance marker. Last 10 minutes in. Ronnie Rathje, the hero from Game 6, makes it 4-2 for us. And we are only 5 minutes away from taking a 1-0 series lead. Greenway pulls them within 1. And we are going to hold them off for a Game 1 win. So definitely a lot more offense than we're used to, considering the Flyers, we barely scored goals against them and they barely scored against us. So Playfair from Orr and Spiller, Playfair from Korea, and Corrado from Poye, and then Rathje from Helmerson and Wilson. 3 stars of the game, Playfair, Rathje, and Cirelli. So definitely not a good game for Ulnov, considering he was so good in net to like the last, this entire season so far, but definitely good to see our offense come through. Okay, so let's get into the second game. Can we take a 2-0 series lead headed back to Tampa Bay? That is definitely the goal. Let's see if we could do it. So here we go, first period underway. Let's see if we get it done, and nobody scores in the first period, so there's the defensive style that we're used to seeing. Shots are 11-9 in favor of Tampa Bay. Second period, and it is 1-0 for Tampa. Jordan Greenway beats Ulnov, and we have yet to find our offense in this game, so hopefully it could come through here in period number 3. Penalty kill, nicely done. Power play for us, and we're gonna score, and it's Sven Arvidsson, nicely done. Another power play opportunity, but we don't score on that one. Last 10 minutes of the third period. I think that was Arvidsson's first goal of the playoffs too, so our defense is just not scoring a lot of goals as well. And we are headed to OT in game number 2. Can we have an OT hero here? Shots are in Tampa Bay's favor, 33-31. Let's see if we can get that goal. And we're going to get it done, and it's Stephen Malone. Damn, that first line just comes through with a clutch goal. And we are 2 games away from the Stanley Cup Finals. Again. So Arvidsson from Poye and Grantham, and Malone from Poye and Fritz. And okay, it's not that long term, but oh my god. I guess it's because of how many games he's played, but Ulnov has been injured till May the 16th. Damn, at least it's not that long term. Holy crap. Yo, that actually scared me. What the hell? So we're going to have to call up Bathgates, who's a 75, and he's going to be playing as backup. But now we have to rely on Sharp, who's never played a single playoff game before, I think. So this could get a little messy, considering Tampa Bay is a pretty good offensive team. So Bathgate, you are playing backup. And in HL, since you're not even in like the playoffs, we're just going to go best lines. Oh, this is not good. So he won't be back until, what game is it? So the 15th, he won't be back to full health until a possible game 6. So, okay, Sharp, you got to do this. You learned from the best in Ulnov. Let's see if you could be an actual starting goaltender and potentially win us the series. Game number 3, come on, boys. First period, and it's 1-0 us. A pretty good first period from Sharp, only making 12 saves. We're outshooting 14-12, but we lead 1-0 because of Grantham. Second period, and it's still 1-0. Wow. Sharp is playing good. 24 saves throughout 2 periods. Let's see if he could play clutch in this third period as well. So here we are, 5 minutes into the third period. Still no goals for Tampa Bay, and Playfair makes it 2-0. Power play for us. And it's a long power play, but we don't score on it. But there's a goal from Stephen Malone, and we are 1 game away from winning the conference finals and going to a 3rd straight Stanley Cup Finals appearance. Wow, what a performance from Sharp. 36 saves. Definitely helping out to contribute to this cup. Without him, we would be lost. So Grantham and Corrado and Hannafin, Playfair from Korea and Orr, and Malone from Fritz and Poye. 3 stars in that game. Jose Sharp with the shutout, Grantham the 2nd star, and Malone the 3rd star. Okay, so now we got to find out if Sharp can continue that and be good consistently. Let's see if he can close out the Tampa Bay Lightning, and can we go to another Stanley Cup Finals appearance? That would be insane because I don't think I've ever made that many Stanley Cup Finals in a row before. So first period, and oh my goodness, Sharp is not allowed a goal in 4 periods. Godfrey with our goal. Shots are 14-6 in favor of Tampa Bay. Second period, and it's 2-0 us, Rod Fritz. And we are 1 period away from the Stanley Cup Finals. Will Sharp manage to win 2 games and get us to that finals? Who needs Ulnov? Sharp has been really good too, but I'm joking. Ulnov definitely the key reason we're even in the playoffs. Last 5 minutes of the third period, and we are headed to our 3rd straight Stanley Cup Finals appearance. Damn, Ross Buss with the late goal as well, and back-to-back shutouts for the backup goaltender, Jose Sharp, who makes a total of like 70, I think it was like 75 saves almost. And then Godfrey gets 2nd star, Buss gets the 3rd star. Okay, so Stanley Cup Finals, again, we know what to expect because we are just a very good team. And Ulnov is back for the Cup Finals, which makes it even better because Ulnov knows how to play in Cup Finals, especially last year's. So Bathgate, we're going to just use you as a scratched goaltender for now. We want you to be up here and learn from these guys. But who are we up against in the Cup Finals? That is the question. Is it going to be Chicago for the 2nd straight season? Ulnov has recovered. And wow, we actually swept Tampa Bay. I just realized too. Damn. And it's going to be the Anaheim Ducks. Wow, that's interesting. That's a team we have not faced yet in the Cup Finals. So they're 12-8 while we are 12-4. Let's take a look at what their lineup looks like going into like the last episode ever. So we'll take a look at our player stats first, because the next episode is the last one for sure, just because it's the Stanley Cup Finals. Okay, so Poye is almost point per game, 15 points in 16 games. Malone's got 12 points in 16. Everyone else is below that, so we've just been playing really good defensively, and that's why we even won like any of the series in general. Goaltending wise, Ulnov 10-3-1 with 4 shutouts and 957 save percentage and a 1.22 goals against average, while Sharp 3-0 with 2 shutouts, a 100 save percentage, and a 0-0 goals against average. I'm not used to saying that. It's kind of weird. Okay, so final thing. Who is on the Ducks lineup for the final episode? I think Huberto was there last time I checked, so we might have a former player to play against. Okay, so wow, okay, this team's got great offense. So Bendahan, Veleno, and Huberto, really good first line. Huberto is definitely close to retirement. Second line, Lehkonen with Eriksson Ek and Richie, so another solid line. Another former player, Adrian Kempe, from our first ever Stanley Cup win with Rubstov and Fraser. And in the fourth line is Baptiste with Heinen and Kules. So really nice offensive core. I really like it. Defensively, they're not as strong as us. They got Lindholm and Brodin, D'Angelo and Myers, and then Kokkonen and Wotherspoon. So another veteran defensive core. Goaltending wise, they got Gibson still and Carl as their backup. And in the scratch, they have DuPont, Stoll, and VC. So overall wise, I think we could beat them because we got the better depth, but we never know how they assimilate. Like, they could be just a really good offensive team and overpower our defense. I don't know. So anyways, guys, that's going to do it for the second last episode of our, I almost said Minnesota, Carolina Hurricanes franchise mode. So in next episode, we will take on the Ducks in our third straight Stanley Cup Finals appearance and look for that third cup of the series tolls. So thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys next time.